Hello. Happy Wednesday. It's kind of not a great day. It's always a great day when you get to open your eyes and say that I'm here. First off, I like to thank, if you're watching this Team Replay, I would like to thank Team Replay because you do show up in the replay. So hey, beautiful souls, happy Wednesday, right? Whether you are here live or catching the replay, welcome. As always, I am Karen McCoy, Create Joy Studio. We are here. I'm so honored that you're joining me today. I really am. Let me cut my Do Not Disturb on. And make sure that my chat is up. But yes, whether you're watching the live or the replay, I want to thank you. I am so honored that you're joining me today. Today is bittersweet for me. Got news this morning that Mother Estelle McKissick passed from this life to glory. And I just want everybody, if you're watching the live, to send up a prayer for my bishop, Bishop Senior, Bishop Junior, and for the family, because this is going to be a turning point in their lives. She was the matriarch of their family. Okay. So for me, I'm trying to navigate through it because it's like, oh my goodness, it's like a couple days before Mother's Day. So it's just a lot. It's a lot. Okay, I'm going to kind of pause a little bit, give people time to get their notification. But as always, I want to talk to Team Replay because Team Replay do show up for me literally the same day. I am so grateful. I said that I was going to possibly start doing a live Monday morning, evening, like 8 or 9 o'clock at night. I'm not sure. I might try that and see how it works. But if you are watching the replay and you are not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Oh, yes, and I got a freebie for you. So grab your free journal prompt that's in the description box below, right? And please share this video with a sister or someone who needs to hear that she is not behind in life. She's still here, and that means she's already winning. Hey, Maddie. Listen, Maddie, I've been going down the rabbit hole with your videos. Look what's on my desk today. Yes, it is. This is what I'm going to do, my challenge, my rose challenge. So you have inspired me to pull this baby out because I have this one and I have the one with the, let's see. I went through my stuff. I had to. I was just like, oh my goodness. I can relate to this video. But some of the supplies that I wasn't using, if I haven't used, I at least tried to pull it out. I did a video on that too. My thing was stamps. But this is the one I haven't used. But I haven't used it because I have 3 more. And I do use them. As a matter of fact, it's right here. But I'm going to use the other one for my challenge. I was like, look at her. She done inspired me to use my book. And the Delusion one is this one. And that's because I do mixed media too. So I think that's why I got them. But this one, I finished a couple years ago. I'll do a flip through of that one in a minute. But yeah, this one, I have another one that's over there. So it's got used. But mine was, Maddie, when you were talking on your video and I was watching, and I was like, yeah, that's how I felt with those stamps. I had stamps galore. Because the same thing, it's like, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Well, I don't really like the clear stamps. I like the block stamps. So all my block stamps that are literally around me on my desktop right now, I use, and I've just gotten into using these. I just got these in the mail from Mindless Crafting. The ones I was waiting on, I was so happy that they came. And this one, but the way that I do it now is I don't put it up until I put some ink on it. So these, of course, are Mother's Day, so they're going to get inked up. And I had to go through all my ink because they were drying up. I wasn't using them. I didn't know how that whole world worked. But yeah, let's walk through this one. Same thing. Look at how it's all fat and all used, and I even did the cover because I just wanted. It was one of my days when I was probably angry because I started out with some dark colors. And then yellow is in there. Remember I told you, when you see yellow, that means that by the time I finished with it, I came out of whatever emotion that I was feeling. So today, being that my church family is in grieving and mourning over the one, our mother, my bishop's mother passed this morning. So I will probably be pulling out the dark colors because I don't know. Because usually, like I say, by the time I finish with this live, I'll be in a different place. So I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to speak that into life. I'm going to say I'm going to feel better. But my heart just hurts because he's an only child. And I know how much he loves his mother. So every time I think about it, it just makes me sad. So I'm going to stop talking about that. We're going to get on because right now, it's so in line with what I'm going to talk about today, right? If you're still here, and if you're here right now, you know what I mean. You're winning in life, just the fact that you woke up and you're breathing, because somebody didn't. And unfortunately, I happen to be a part of the grieving family where somebody didn't. But I'm going to tell you something. On Monday, because yesterday was Tuesday, I was sitting on the porch and a white dove. I don't know if it was a dove, but it was a white bird, like Snow White, just literally flew past the porch, like through the porch. I have a wraparound porch. And I looked up, and the bird wasn't going fast. It was going kind of like, I want you to see me. And I was like, Lord, just prepare me for what's to come. Because that bird was a sign. And so here we are. But this book right here is yummy, yummy, yummy. So that's why I said I was going to use it for my Rose Challenge. And after looking at your video last night, I pulled this book out this morning. I was like, yep, we're going to start today. So I'll be doing my Rose in this book today. Because you talk about the paper and these. Oh, because they had to be yummy because all the paint slap on it. But this is a walkthrough. And as I will give you like a little snippet. Most of these pages, some of these pages was actually created in the grief journey. This one is actually Happy Mail, so I slapped that in there because I didn't want it to get stuck in my drawer. But these pages, this darkness right here, this was my grief journey. And then again, I told you, when you see yellow, that means I came somewhere out of it or whatever. I put yellow in there to let me know that you came out. You were good. You were okay, right? So today I'm talking literally about staying in the race of life. Like, this is a good example of starting with this book. So Maddie, thank you for reminding me with not using supplies that I had one that I really had. So I was deep into it. And, so looking at it today in 25 and talking about staying in the race of life, especially when things was getting hard, when I was feeling like there was nothing left to give, like I was upset, I had lost another child, I just didn't really understand why I had to be going through this again. I come to you as a woman who has lost not one but two children. So when I talk about my journey and my art, it really, really comes from a deep place. It's not just that I get on YouTube to encourage, inspire, enable. What I do want you to do is to give yourself credit for just being here. Being here on the live, being here on Team Replay. The journey hasn't been easy. But from that pain, I chose to plant, to create a life that blooms again. And I get to do that every single day when I create even ugly art. Like this it's a beautiful background now, but when I did it, my heart was hurting because it has all the black. Anytime I see black, that meant I was angry. And so on top of it, I came back later on and put these girls on top of it and made a cluster and put on top of it. So the journey doesn't have to be easy, and still something beautiful can come out of it. I was talking to my cousin yesterday, and I had the conversation, and I said, there's no way in the world you could have told me in 2019 that I would be where I am today and smiling, happy, and encouraging people to make their garden full of color, joy, and healing, right? And everything, and not so much see what I've lost, but see what I've gained. I've gained like YouTube friends, really, really true friends who inspire me to be great, who inspire me to do different things. And that's what I love. This girl right here, she was upset that day. I took her and put it on top of the flowers. I remember spraying it. It didn't turn out, ripped up. And then I turned it into just clusters, because anything can be beautiful. I watched your TED Talk. You came through a lot. Thank you, Maddie. Listen, it's made me strong, and it makes me continue to walk through my journey. People would tell me, "Oh, you're so strong. You're my inspiration." And it's like, for me to tell me I'm strong could possibly mean, "Oh, wait, what do they say if they know that I'm really not strong?" Right? Because this is why I do my YouTube channel. This is really why this channel got started, because I wanted to show the sad days too. I wanted to be able to talk about the sad days. And some days when I get on here, I let you know from the very beginning, like I did today. It's not a great day, right? But through it all, talking, using my art, I get to really show up and reconcile with how I'm feeling, right? Practice reckless optimism. Oh, that was a good message. There's a prayer up under there, on the back of this, and it entails some interesting words. Hey, Paula K, how are you? Listen, I sound like my mother-in-law. Listen, that's her favorite thing when she gets ready to talk to you. Listen, this right here I did with Dina Wakely. I was in Florida for one of her workshops we had over a weekend a couple years ago. God, it's been a couple years now. And so I love these. That one stuck to the page, but it was supposed to be an outward. No, it wasn't, I don't think. But this one's supposed to be a flip. And then this one's supposed to flip up. So it was fun. It was fun. Paula, how are you doing today? Maddie, how are you doing today? Like, how are you guys doing today? I shared how I'm doing. Like, how are you doing? We are all on a journey. We are definitely. That's why I say staying in the race of life. And then we have to really think about, especially when it gets hard. Because I'm going to raise my hand 2 times. Because when it gets hard, I don't want to do it. I want to stop. I want to go somewhere. I just don't want to do it. Right? Like, literally after losing my daughter and my granddaughter, I was just like, oh my God. And then to come along and have to go through and stand beside, make funeral arrangements for yet another child. I'm talking young. I'm not talking about older. My children were in their 20s when they passed. My granddaughter was 8. So that is what I like to say, that life is a long race. It's not a sprint. Like, I still have 5 living children. And I'm praying to God, please, I'm good. I'm good. But I'm not in control of life and death, right? So that way, on the journey is why I try to find as much joy as I can. Because every season won't feel like progress. Some days, like I said, I get to look back on some pages and be like, oh, that was a good turn. Look where you are now, right? And in this book reminded me that you're not where you used to be. You're still moving forward. So I got a question. Y'all know I like to have questions because I like for us to be interactive. If we could be on Zoom, I would really love that. But then that way we can chat and talk about it. Really, really, really. Okay. Where in your life have you felt like giving up recently? Mine happened to be, because you know I'm going to answer the question, because these were questions that I posed to myself. So in my journaling prompt, oh, I still got some pages in here. Oh, we're going to use them. But those are cute. Look at that. This was, okay, so Maddie, this was another thing right here, was I had alcohol inks that I had never used, and I made these little cards, and that was what I did with the alcohol ink. I have since gotten rid of it. I don't like alcohol ink. All children are artists. Hello, how are you? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Create Joy Studio. As we talk about today, we're talking about, you know what? We're talking about, what did I say we're talking about? Oh, staying in the race. Staying in the race of life. But yeah, so Maddie, yes, that's what I did with that book. And I'm going to use it as my Rose Challenge. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to use it for the Rose Challenge. Okay. Happy Mother's Day, because I won't see you before Mother's Day. So everybody that watches this, Team Replay, or anybody that watches this and come through, this is my card to say Happy Mother's Day. My husband sent off his Mother's Day card that I made for his mom. And so these are some puppies that are actually cards that I've made. But I'm going to have to pull out the Cricut. Y'all know I told y'all the other day I didn't want to pull out the Cricut, but the sentiments are not big enough for this card. Or I'm not that savvy, because y'all know I do the artwork and then I like to turn it into a card and bless somebody. So these are 4 that I want to turn into Mother's Day cards, right? They are literally my artwork, front and back. That's how they look, that they'll get. Or I was thinking about splitting it down the middle, making it 2, and this being the cover, because they're different ones. I might just do that. That's what we might do. Okay, I might have answered my own question. But still, back to the sentiment. Let's see. Let's pull this out. I did some, like maybe that's the wrong color. Maybe that's what's throwing me off. Put it up on a, as Bill called it, a humper. And then I stamped it, the Happy Mother's Day on it, but it just seems so small. I don't know. You crafters, you card makers, if you got some ideas or something, let me know. But I am going to cut these in half, and then we'll do that. But that is not what we're going to do today. We're going to do and here's another one. This one also came from, I got 3 of them, and they're all Mother's Day sentiments because I didn't have stamps. I only had Cricut. I pulled out the Cricut. Oh, okay. So today's video, this is not a video, this is a live. Excuse me, I told you guys I'm a little flustered because grief is on the door. It's inside. So, but 2023, this is how I did this it was in December. I think it was from October to December. My son was murdered in October, and the 2 children that I've lost, their birthday is December the 17th. They're 7 years and 7 minutes apart. Then I turned around and had twins that are 7 minutes apart. Yes, and 7 is my favorite number. So December, I made a junk journal. And I made it in memory of my son. So this live today is in memory of Joshua and Tanika. They have, Tanika's been gone 18 years, and Joshua will be gone 6 years, October of this year. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. It's just every time I think about it. But so I created this in their memory. And this is what I teach mothers who have lost children to death. I teach them how I personally take my own journey and how I throw it into my art and how I come out and create something beautiful, right? Because remember, life is a long race. Like Maddie said earlier, we all have our journey. And what's on our journey is a little bit different than what's on other people's journey. Everybody's journey is different, but we all come together in one place. We've all lost someone. Death is a part of life. When we're born, we're gonna pass on. So that is why I personally show up to use my life as a light to let people know that even after death, you can still find joy. You can still show up. Even when you're angry. Like I'm literally writing an ebook right now that's entitled The Art of Letting Go. How to let go even when you're angry. And I am still angry, still angry at the people that, took my son. Okay, I use regular paper. Not regular paper. I use craft paper, but I think, yeah, regular craft paper that I cut out. This was the beginning of the page. That's my daughter. That's my son when he got his acceptance letter to USF. He played University of football for the University of South Florida. And bumblebees and butterflies are my thing. And there they are. I mean, I just took little knit bits, little pieces, and made this into a very reflective journal. I love music notes on anything. And this I can write. I still can do stuff in here. And I haven't done, since I've made it, I've maybe taken it out 2 or 3 times and done something in it. But it's not something that I got to do every day. It's part of the race, right? We made these cards, like we did this really interactive on the live. Believe. Oh, that turned out so beautiful. Like, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Like, see, and I get to look back on this. This has a little pocket in there. I get to journal here if I want. And the other thing is, when I've passed on, this is a book that maybe my son's daughter can have, or one of his children, because he has 2 girls, that they could have this and, have the pictures. This was my granddaughter when she was a baby. So, and then I put a scripture, 1 Corinthians 15:10. Again, more journaling places. More pockets. There's a prayer. I've already put a prayer in that pocket. This one, I could write a prayer on the back, just like the bees. And again, it's my heart. My art. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Psalm 35, like it literally does. Every season won't feel like progress, but rest is part of the rhythm of running. And even when I think that I'm empty and I can't run another further, I get to come and look at my art, look at things that I've done, reread my book, start writing in the next book, because I'm literally writing 2 books at one time. But it's not like I said, it's not a long race, it's a sprint. And as long as I get to wake up every day and literally walk through the garden of life, full of color, all of the joy and the healing that I'm doing, I get to, continue on. And that's a good reminder for me. All of these little thingies, again, was her, and energy and persistence conquer all things. Those were the things that I pulled out. Now here I incorporated a whole book, like a literal mini watercolor papers that I can fill in when I want, along with some that I've already filled in. So this is one of the things with Mother's Day coming up, right? If you're not someone that is if you happen to be watching this and you're not one of my crafty friends or my watercolorists, and you're just like, oh my God, that's beautiful, I would love to do it. You can take all of the stuff that's in this book and you can get it out of your house. Don't throw your cereal boxes away. Don't throw your mail away. You will have all the paper, get your pens, your highlighters, all the stuff you already have. Throw it together. And I happen to have sewn this together, but you can get a ribbon and tape it together, put it together. Scroll through my videos. I show you how to do it. So don't think that you can't do something like this, right? Okay. The power of getting back up. That's what this reminds me of. That's my granddaughter when she was, I think, about 4. My daughter went to the University of Florida. And so my granddaughter went to the University of Florida daycare. And of course, you see she had her little pom-pom. They were just so cute. So make me happy. And again, more places I put pockets so that if I want to put something in there, I can put something in there, little notes. Create. This was my son and the twins right there. It was like having triplets, because Joshua was 8 months of twins. So that's a whole journey. There's, pictures. So I just stuck little pictures in here. This was actually a football game that I surprised him at. I lived in Germany at the time he was in University of South Florida. So I came home. This was when they played Florida State. And I came home and surprised him at the game. So this is actually a photo of him looking up and realizing, that's my mama. That experience. So those kind of memories, like, I wanted to keep near and dear to my heart. So that's why I made this. all the pictures, family time, him and his daughter. It just made it very, very, very grateful to have him in my life. So there's my granddaughter. There's my daughter and my granddaughter. She was definitely lost my first child, my first daughter, and my first son. Out of the 7, they were the first boy and the first girl. Boy, I tell you, too cute. And again, surrounded with my art, fabric that I actually have made a junk journal out of. My friend literally made a pillow. It's in there on my bed. He's famous, I must say. He did. If you like, what is this? Not Steel Magnolias. It's oh my God, what is? I can't never. I always have a problem because I want to say Steel Magnolias, but it's on Netflix, and he did the windows, curtains, and stuff like that. So here is Tanika and Joshua when Joshua was 6 months old. It was his first Easter. I think he was younger than that, maybe, but yeah. And there they are. So yeah, this is what I did. This was our last photo, our last time at Breckenridge. We go to Breckenridge, Colorado every year. And so this is him. This is our last trip. And so I put that picture in my art with something that I just poked a hole in. There we go. And wrote a prayer. Photo he did. Took it off of one of his pages. Him and his brother. Him and William checking in to USF. But just great memories, right? So sometimes, can I look through this and not cry? I can, but right now it's bringing me so much joy because of, like I said, my bishop has lost his mother. So this gives me reassurance that God is still with us. No matter how people say, I can't believe you still believe in God. I cannot believe Sweet Magnolias. Sweet Magnolias. Is that it? Sweet Magnolias? Yes, Sweet Magnolias. Yes, that's it. So my friend did the new season, what is it, 5, the last one? He did in the bar scene in the restaurant. He did the windows and he did the furniture in there, the upholstery, anything you see where you see curtains and you see draperies or on the furniture. He did that, and he did the color purple, the musical. Yeah, he's great. He's awesome. Okay, these I love, but like I was saying, I could look through this and I could feel a sense of pride because I was their mother and God gave me them for such a time, right? We don't know. Yes, would I have liked for it to have been them still being here and them burying me because we feel like that's the way it should be. But God knows what's best. And I can truthfully say I wouldn't be where I am now if I wouldn't have suffered such tragic losses. I decided to get back up. I decided to, God, I need you to help me to get back up. I need you to tell me how to do this, right? And I knew I didn't want to go and do a whole bunch of throwing myself into work and really ignoring the grief. I did that when my daughter died. But when my son died, I didn't want to do that. So here we are. We got a whole Create Joy studio, and I love it, right? And so this is why there's power in getting back up. I love this page. I did this on a live, and I put all my children's name on there. And, when I pray for them, I say their names out loud, and then I write their names down because I want to be clear. God wants you to know who I'm talking about. And usually I'm talking, about a certain situation or whatever. So, and I'm thankful. That was he and I at a Florida game. And I have to remind myself that God is still in control, right? So the power of getting back up, it's a real thing. Resilience doesn't mean you didn't fall. It means you didn't stay down. So because I'm here today and I'm here on this live, getting so much energy and motivation from you guys because you're here, that lets me know that I'm not down. I get to talk about it and I get to remind myself that I'm still here, right? Life may have fell apart for a minute, yes, but I also rebuilt it brick by brick with tears and paint. Because literally, we sold our house, moved from Colorado, and moved here on the ranch, and I get 10.5 acres to scream, yell, dig, do whatever. Yesterday I was having a moment, and that's what I did. I used that to get on the tractor, and I used that as the moment to pray, have a conversation with God, and just me, him, and the tractor, and also try to do some things that needed to be done, right? So I have a question. Y'all know I have a question. What does getting back up look like for you? Like, think about your life. Like, if you are bold enough to put it in the chat, what does it look like for you right now in your life, right? If you want to share in team replay, you're more than welcome to put it in the comment. What does getting back up look like for you right now? Okay, here we go. So there we go. That was her when she was in kindergarten. Oh, I love it. I remember the day. And there we go. Him. Look, if this picture was bigger, it's two baby beds in there, and then his bed. They all shared a room together. Loved it. And this one, I was going to make it into a card, but I said, nope. I just put it in here because that turned out so pretty. There we go. There we go. Fear not, for I am with you. Isaiah 41:10. That was my scripture getting through my daughter. It's like God said, you'll go through smoke. And I'm going to paraphrase the daylight side of this. God says, you'll go through smoke. You'll go through it. You'll walk through the fire. But you know what? You won't come out smelling like it. And he tells you, fear not, for I am with you. So I ran more to God when I lost my children. Instead of blaming him. Now, I do get mad sometimes. And I'd be like, you're the giver of life and death. I can't believe this. Can't believe this. Yeah, I do. But I get up off my soapbox and come on back. So this one, I got this from Hobby Lobby, and it's a bee. And I love bees because they have this little body and these big old wings, and they still continue to fly. So all the things you can think about, this is me, the little body, and my wings are full of life and full of everything that I've been through, but I still continue to fly. There we go. So that's it. So that's that. I wanted to share that because today's live was all in memory of my two beautiful, amazing children. And because Mother's Day is coming up. Mother's Day is Sunday. And those were my heartthrobs. All right, where's the book? Because Maddie has encouraged. Oh, Maddie, there's the other one. I forgot to share this one too. So y'all, when I'm trying to keep myself in the rat race, I do go back and go through my art, and I look at, especially my art books. Now, some of my art books from the beginning, like after my son died, they are amazing. I say they're amazing now, but at the time, I can look at them and be like, that's a lot of paint. The darker it is, that was a lot of pain. And when my tears start dropping on the paper, I started taking my tears, putting them in the paint. And that's why most of the things, when you hear me talk about, if it's on a canvas, they're named Her Tears. And it's either whatever number on. I think I'm on number 7. And until God releases me in Her Tears, that's the name of each one. Prioritizing self, my joys, etc. I love it. I love it. I love it. Mine is, okay, so I didn't answer the question. What is getting back up? Well, I kind of did answer the question, but getting back up means that I get to show up in my God strength. Meaning, when I get back up, usually I've said a prayer like, God, I'm down here, and the only way I'm going to get back up is if you give me the strength to get back up. Or what he does now is give me an idea, and then I jump back up and get to it. Look at these pages. So this pages, now Maddie, I don't know if you've used this. This one started in 12/28/22. It was okay. I think I got it as a gift. I wasn't a fan of the paper because I'm a watercolorist. And this I had to use a lot of inks or stuff like that, the mixed media, but my watercolor, it didn't do so well. So it's okay, but would I buy it again? No. There we go. So this was Happy Mail. So I tried to take stuff like that, do a background and stick it on there. It worked, but it's just not my go-to. So what I have bought it. I didn't buy it. It was a gift though. But if I wouldn't buy another one. That's what I'm trying to say. And I didn't even finish the pages. I always have pages left. And I don't have any desire to finish it either. But it's cute. Again, the cover is amazing. That's purple, so I kind of was in a funk. I'm not sure. Yeah, I didn't like the paper. But Maddie, listen, let me tell you, you had on there about those watercolor inks. No, the watercolor. I think they're watercolor inks, but what is it? Dr. I'm thinking about Doc Martin of shoes, but it's Dr. Mart, whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Those liquid. I think it's liquid watercolors. I have wanted those. You took it away from me because I'm like, as much as I love watercolor, I probably wouldn't use them. I probably wouldn't. So for my flower today, and I left my journal. No, yeah, I did. I left the journal because I remember I told y'all I was scrapbooking too. Right now I picked up a different previously unused journal. Listen, now let me tell you about, I think I did a video. I did it on TikTok, I think. But now let me tell you about some journals, not art journals. Hi, Bernadette. Not art journals, but writing journals. Now I can look over here in a cubby. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 12 in that one little cubby. And then there's some more over there because I was an Archer and Olive person. Hey, Dawn. Look, my heart is really good now, guys. See, I told you, I knew even though I got on here sad, I knew I was going to feel good, start feeling good when the more I got on here, the more I interacted, the more it was going to feel better. But I am going to probably cry a bloody river later on. I'm not sure. Who knows? I don't know. I thought it was very befitting that I was doing this live today. And then my bishop lost his mom this morning. It was just like, oh my goodness. Like, God, really? But the power of not only getting back up, but the power of showing up. Okay. Dawn, you're just in time, kind of, because let me move my tea. Y'all, I made me some sassafras tea. It's a southern thing. But I had it out and I was like, let me make me some tea. Because, I'm trying to do less coffee. All the things. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I got something I want to share with you guys. This is what I want to share. I do really, where is it at? Dawn, I loved your video talking about the bees. Yesterday, I didn't go to my club meeting. Because yesterday, like I said, I was feeling away because, like I said, I know what my bishop and the family was going through. So I just got on the tractor and just kind of worked it out, came in, took a shower, and just got in the bed and just, surrendered to God and just like, Lord, it's rough. I know it is. But I did something and I was talking to one of my friends who's I'm not going to call her a health nut, but she's into the health things and stuff like that. And she was telling me I needed to get my vagus nerve under control. And I was like, my what? What? Say what? Right? That's like, she's like, yeah, your vagus nerve needs to be you need to get it under control. She's like, you used to sing, so you need to start singing again, humming. You need to do the things that made you happy before you lost your son. And I thought about it. I was like, I do still sing, but I don't sing like I used to. I do. I get in the car, I hum, I sing along. But I definitely don't write music because I was a flutist. I played in the band from 6th grade all the way up and wrote music. So I didn't do all that. Didn't do that anymore, right? And so she made me think about it. I didn't mean to pick that paint up. I needed to show you guys something first. So as we were talking, here's my thing for you. If the vagus nerve in your life needs to be fixed, then let's reset that thing, right? Let's reactivate it. Okay, well, let me back up. For those that maybe Team Replay, maybe if you don't know what the vagus nerve, and it's vagus, if you want to Google it and get your thing. Now, it started out, we were talking about a video that I saw that Oprah had on her, because, you know, Oprah has a new podcast, and her guest said something about it. And so then I was talking to my friend, and she's like, yeah, you need to reset that thing. And I was like, wait, what? So I said, we were talking about Vegas, Vagus, not Vegas like go party Vegas. The vagus nerves. It's kind of like that sciatic nerve that goes up and down that leg. If these things are not harmonious in your life, they kind of can mess up your heart rate, your mood, your breathing, the digestion, like inflammation. I didn't know it did that much. I didn't. So humming, yes, that's what. Listen, you best believe I've been humming my butt off doing. And then I had a whole little. After I got the news about Mother Estelle, I just cut the music up loud and just started getting it. And I can feel my body calming down instead of going like feeling the anxiousness and all of the stuff that I normally feel. And I was like, well, hot diggity dog. So that is my little key point right here, is to let you know, if you're on Team Replay, you want to know more about the vagus nerve, it's Vagus nerve, right? It's part of that sympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for rest and digest. It helps the body relax and heal, and it puts you in fight or flight mode. And when I get to talking about grief, I realize sometimes I have to literally take a deep breath and remind myself, we're not in it right now. We didn't lose the children now. That was in the past. You're okay. You don't have to do that now. We don't have to go to the funeral home. Like, I literally have to talk myself off this ledge because my body has done it twice. Okay. Oh, that's not what I want. Let's see. Okay, these are my roses. This is not that one. I'm going to make these into a book. But you learn something every day. I love learning. Love it. So these are my roses. I did last night. I know I said it's a rose a day. I think a page of roses for me. But again, it was relaxing to me. Also, pressure to that webbing between the thumb. And yes, this one, mashing there. Now, this one right here, that one does good, and you can feel it literally. But it doesn't work for me because my hands are so daggum tight. But when I go to get stretched tomorrow, I am going to ask them to do that because it gets a little inflamed up here too. But we've been working on it. If you massage that while deep breathing, help relax. Oh, okay. All right, I have to try that. Massage it okay, I have to do that. Y'all see, we do more than just slap paint on paper over here. We're trying to help you take care of your heartbeats as I take a deep breath. But that was why I had my tea. And then this is fresh mint that came out of my yard. Yep, sure is. Okay, but here's my roses before I digress again. All right, but that was my little side note, was the vagus nerve. I wanted to talk about it because I just did not want to get through this and then get off and be like, God darn it, I forgot to talk about that. So I had a little sticky note that's sitting up here on my laptop that, y'all know, life over 50. No shame in my game. Life over 50. Okay, so those are not it. But I'm going to turn those are not roses. Because we're all about roses. But I am turning these into a book. I'm going to make going to use Coptic stitching. And all my roses, I've turned the paper sideways and I do both sides. And so then that way I'll take them and put them together. And whenever I'm done at the end of our challenge, then I'll go into, after May, then I'll go into June of how I'm going to take these and use them for my Coptic stitching. Coptic kettle stitching is that's what I'm going to do. Kettle stitching. Sure do. Learn something new. All right. So where are we? Oh, we got good time. Listen, as I take a deep, deep breath. Remember, you're still here. We're still here. We are still here. You deserve to be taken care of too. That was my note that I literally have, that I deserve. I have to tell myself I deserve to be taken care of. I'm the mother of 7 children, right? I've been a mother a long, 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 long time. So I've been taking care of other people longer than I've been taking care of me. All right, where's this paper at? Oh, there it is, right here in my face. I put the book. All right. I don't really like this paper. It's 90 pounds, so I'm not a fan. But again, Maddie inspired me to go and pull out the stuff that I don't like or haven't been using. And this one, and it's Michael's paper, so I thought it was Hobby Lobby paper. But the Michael's Artist Loft, it's only 90 pounds. And listen, I need to use it. So I'm gonna use it. I said I was gonna use it so I can continue to make these. So I'm doing 2 sets. I'm doing this one because I need it to keep my papers. And I'm going to start my book. I think we'll start in this book. That's what we're going to do. We pulled out purple. I done stuck it everywhere. Let me move my tea so that way I will not stick my brush in because I'll stick the brush in there. All right, so our watercolor challenge is what we're doing, continuing for the month of May. It's the flower that I'm using because it represents life, love, and all the things that I want to continue for my life, right? So that works. It works out for me. Y'all know I tell you, you can't pour from an empty cup. It's not selfish. It's called refill. So refill your cups. And that's why I want you to take 10 minutes of doing something that is just for you. And if you've joined the rose challenge, then do that 1 rose while you sit, breathe, hold your reignite or whatever we're going to call doing that vagus nerve so that we can take care of ourselves. I remember now why I don't use this book for watercolor. Because y'all know 100% cotton. You see how it's slopping it up? So I'm gonna, and then I like my rose to have, I would have to put it, let's see, I put a lot to make that center. Oh well, I'm not gonna stress over it. We're just gonna drop that paint, slap that paint down and call it a day. Boop, boop. There we go. Swoop, 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 swoop. There we go. Swoop. Get it bigger. Join a little bit of water. Swoop it around. Swoop it, boop. There we go. Boop, boop. We're going to do 3. Just because it's 1 for the Father, 1 for the Son, and 1 for the Holy Spirit. Keep and guide us every single day that we wake up. When people say the alarm clock woke me up, be like, okay, I'll let you believe that. And every day I wake up and the feet hit the floor, I just like, God, thank you for another day. Now, what do you want today? I mean, because if I'm still here, I must be here for a reason. And I don't take it lightly anymore. I used to just be like, oh, can't believe you woke me up again. That's how it used to be. But I've gotten a whole lot better. I'm grateful for life. I'm grateful for waking up. I'm grateful. I am. And the days that I don't feel great is the days that I be like, God, I need you to carry me. There we go. So we've done the rose. I've put the stems on it. And my book that I'm sketching in is in the room. It'll make its debut, but I'm not giving up. It's still there. Okay, there we go. A page of roses today. I told you guys to do 1, but hey, you know, I love roses, so don't judge me. All right. Okay, so remember that I want you to take care of yourself. Like of all things, all the things we talk about, whatever medium you use. If you do use a medium, it's great. If you don't, no worries. But I want you to take care of yourself. And I got a couple of self-care ideas. Y'all know, like yesterday, like I told you, I get on the tractor. And when I get on the tractor and I'm digging, it's because I'm digging because it's, let's see, how can I put this? When I'm digging, it's the best release that I can do without really tearing up something. Because I really can clear a table. Because if I'm that angry, then it means I need to calm down. So I guess that vagus nerve needed to calm down. So I got on the tractor yesterday and I dug probably about 7 holes, took the dirt out of the hole, distributed, in Joshua's meadow, different places around on the ranch. And then I went back there and I smoothed it back out because that meant, okay, I felt better. It looked better, and it was okay, right? So that's one of my things. I mow the yard, and if I mow the yard, not all the time when I get on the mower, but sometimes, most of the time I mow the yard because it's very therapeutic for me. I have realized now that I was talking about the vagus nerve, when I get off the lawnmower, I am very, very relaxed. Like most people would think like, oh, I'm tired, or they don't want to do, oh, I don't want to mow the yard or whatever. But by the time I get off the lawnmower, I get to look at the joy that the yard looks good. And then I get to have a sense of self-worth that I did that. And I felt good doing that. About like these flowers. Now look at them. They're drying up. That's beautiful. But the process of putting it on, I just wasn't happy with it. But it's beautiful now. So start your morning. You can start your morning with 5 minutes of silence or whatever it is. I'm not a person that I don't do my devotions in the morning. I've tried it in the morning, in the afternoon. The best time for me is at night. So that works for me. And usually I'm having a conversation with God of like, thank you for today. Really, thank you for an attitude adjustment if I needed one. Because, grief makes you have a nasty attitude sometimes. And I don't stray away from it no more. That's just how it is. But the Holy Spirit quickens it and be like, hey, you need to get it together. And so I create a healing space. Sometimes I go sit in the chair. Sometimes, like I said, I go sit on the lawnmower, mow the lawn. Sometimes I get my journal and journal. Right? My journal is / my book I'm writing, right? But I take more than a 15-minute walk. I usually walk about 2 miles with the dogs. I have to take my phone because I have this, my diabetic, the sensor. So if I don't have the phone, they get kind of upset. Okay, let's move. Excuse me. Oh, something got in my throat. I was eating something spicy early and little remnants, but most of the time, I'm usually going to come in the studio and I'm going to slap paint on paper. And that definitely brings me joy, calms me down. And so now I'm going to start humming because we want to make sure that vagus nerve gets reset. Right? Okay? All right, so I got a question. Y'all know I got a question. Got a question. What's one small thing? And this question, I like asking it. Because you guys usually answer this one. What is one small thing, doesn't have to be major, that you are going to do for you today? Remember, it is not selfish to refill your cup. Take time to refill your cup, especially if you're in the place where you have to be a caregiver and you need to or you're a mother and you're taking care of little ones, or you're a mother and you got big kids, or whatever. What are you going to do to take care of you today? Today. Tomorrow's another day. Yesterday is gone. We can't do anything about it. So what are you going to do? And these watercolors I'm using right here, these are my leftover Rosa Gallery, because I'm waiting on the other ones to dry. And they're almost there. But these are just as yummy, because it wasn't that much in here. But there's that rose. Oh, and the other day I was looking at Sounds of Music. That brought me joy to sit up there and think about that. I love that movie. Okay, there's that. I'm going to put another one down here. So what's one thing, if you feel like putting it in the chat, if you're on Team Replay, if you feel like commenting, let me know. Y'all please excuse Lauren. She sees something and she felt the need to bark. But wherever you are, on the live, Team Replay, if you feel like just telling me, what are you going to do for you today? Now, after I finish with the live, I really can't tell you what I'm going to do. I really don't know. I was looking at a movie because after I danced it out and ate my lunch, I was looking at a movie and it's called A Love List, I think it is. What's that movie called? I knew I was going to forget it. So I stuck my iPad right here. It's called The Life List. It's on Netflix. It was a pretty good movie. Pretty good movie. It made me think of doing something similar to a couple of my children. You got to watch the movie to see what it is. Or not. I'll probably tell you later on in life. Who knows? All right. There's that. We're going to let that dry because I slapped a lot of paint on there. Hi, Azuka. How are you? I'm doing it, making roses with you. Oh, thank you, Maddie. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Roses, roses, roses. Okay, so you're doing it. Lovely. She's taking her time. She's doing a rose right during the live. Great. Wonderful. Because we have to take care of ourselves. As women, I'm going to talk to the women today because Mother's Day is coming up. I think Mother's Day is every day. Personally, every day I get to be, but for whatever reason, they decide to take one day. And I used to tell my kids, Mother's Day is every day. We're not going to just worry about one day, but it's every day. But I want you to take time for yourself. And this is not just for Mother's Day. This is just in life in general because we do a lot. We wear a lot of hats. We show up when no one else shows up. We do things. And sometimes we don't get praise. Not that we are looking for it, but sometimes a simple thank you or a simple, hey, go pick some flowers or buy some flowers, send some flowers, simple dinner, cook dinner, something, whatever your thing is. For me, I'm an empty nester now, so kiddos can't get up and cook me breakfast. So I kind of don't worry about that anymore. But when they were in the house, they did do good things. Especially my two that have passed on. Those were the make sure mom has something for Mother's Day. And now my daughter, Portia, she is the one that makes sure all things are done in memory of even those two, right? I walked for an hour this morning on the back roads. I love it. Mine was I take a walk and I committed to this morning. I love that, Dawn. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So I don't know. I can't say take a walk because walking is just natural for me. I do the walking automatic because I walk the dogs and I love walking around the ranch. And that way I get to have a conversation with God and be like, thank you, Lord, for this. Thank you for the seclusion. Thank you for the beautifulness, all the green, even when it was fall. I love fall though, but I'm grateful. Now y'all remember I said I'm gonna fold this in half, so that's where they are. I don't have any green in here, so I'm almost done with these, but I'll let this dry and then I will put some more. Left-handed artists, yes, you know us, lefties. Yep. I think Dawn, aren't you a lefty? Yes, Dawn is a lefty too. Yes, Dawn is a lefty. But there we are. And we have purple roses. Oh, you know what? I am going to put some leaves on here. We're going to use this amazing Della Magna watercolor from Italy. We got a green in there. Oh, yes. Let's do that. Let's do that. So remember, guys, take care of you. Mother, father, sister, brother, wherever you are, whatever purpose you serve in the world, take care of you. If you're taking care of other people, make sure you take care of you first because it's hard to take care of others when you can't take care of yourself, right? Oh, that's pretty. I can't remember the name of these. I was supposed to put a cheat sheet up here in the tin for these Della Magnas. So I will definitely have to do that. So ask me right now what color it is. I'll put it in the description box below. Because excuse me, I was supposed to put it, well, these I know because I left them right here. But the Della Magna, they are I probably could. Let's see. I still have the paper right here. I just didn't do the cheat sheet. Oh, okay. That might be sap green. Nope. Nope, it's not sap green. It's one of the bigger ones. Listen, see? This is why I was supposed to do it. Nope, it's not sap green. I'll look it up on my order. And I'll put it in the description box if you want to know exactly what color it is. But it's not sap green. But y'all know I love a beautiful green for my leaves. Dawn, I listened to your walk on replay. Dawn put them bees up there. I was very, very excited to learn about them bees today. That was amazing. That was a... If that didn't remind you to take a deep breath, I don't know what did. That one came out of my belly. I saw somebody, they said they do yoga with goats. Have y'all ever heard of that? Yoga with goats. I do know animals help you. They really do help you relax. Because my dogs definitely help me relax. Boaz was feeling a type of way this morning because I know he was feeling my energy this morning after I got the phone call about the passing. And he literally just came and got right up. I was sitting on the porch and he just came and got right next to me and slapped his head on that laptop and just like, rub me, girl, rub me, rub it out, rub it out. And I was like, ugh. And at first I told him to go ahead, go, move. Because he was sitting, he had his big old head on my laptop. But then that reminded me when my son died, Boaz was the one that pretty much pushed me down and made me rub on him. So, because of my anxiety or anxiousness, it wasn't anxiety, it was my anxiousness from just not knowing where my life was going to end up after the death of my son. It was just, you just don't know. Grief shows up, it does what it wants to do. And then, as a mother, I was worried about my other children. Just like, oh my God, how are they going to be? This one's going to be a hard one, so, and being the pretty much. Really? Wow. I had never heard of goat yoga. I might have to look up goat yoga and go hang out with the goats. Like, yeah, might have to do that. Okay. So, excuse me. Guys, for me, watercolor is a part of how I stay in the race. Life is already going on. The brush reminds me, even when the picture looks messy, because I think this looks messy. I slapped them leaves down because why? It's not about how it's looking. It's the fact that I'm taking the time to show up, right? It can still become something beautiful, and this will. Like once it dries, it'll still be. And what's your brush? And when I say what's your brush, like mine is this paintbrush on this paper is how I heal. Like one brush stroke at a time. So what's your brush? Like what helps you on your journey get through, being in the rat race of life, right? Okay, for Team Replay, thank you if you're still here and if you've been on this journey. I really do appreciate, but I would like for you to do me a favor. I would like for you to like, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed to the channel on Team Replay. Really subscribe to the channel. Push that bell notification all so that you'll be notified when I do go live, and maybe you can join us here in the studio. Maybe, right? Okay. But subscribe to the channel, like and share this video. And if you're here, hit that thumbs up so that way, that lets YouTube know that, hey, there's somebody likes her content, so we'll keep pushing her videos out. I love this Della Magna. I think I'm going to stay in the studio and paint. I think that's what I'm going to do after I eat. God, it's 4 o'clock already. Where's time go? Time waits on no man. There we go. Oh, I think that's pretty. Create Joy Studio. Remember, we named our studio. Now, I know what I'm going to do because I'm still trying to do these cards. That's what I have to finish. I have to finish a couple more cards. So I'll probably take those. And I got some paper that I'm going to stamp on and try to change the color of it. I'm not sure But I have to do a congratulations card. And I'm going to send out this one I've done, thinking of you card. That one turned out good. And I'm going to put I found my paper to put in the center. Right? Okay. I do have affirmation. Is it a journal prompt and some affirmation in the description box below. So if you have not done that, grab that. It's free. It also leads you to get on, my mailing, not my mailing list, but my email list. So that way, when I do have something great and wonderful, you get to be the first one that gets notified. So that journal prompt, it's free download in the description box below. Right? And remember, you're in the rat race. Life is not always going to be bad. Some days we have great days, right? Remember, it's like this. I'm not behind it. I'm becoming. So you're not whatever you're going through. You're becoming whatever God wants you to become. That's the way I look at my life. Where I am right now is where God wants me to be. I had to go through what I've gone through in order to get to where I am right now. I do give myself permission to rest and to rise. Remember, the race is not over, and neither am I. And ain't. Nope. So don't forget, your free journal prompt is waiting for you in the description box. You get it, right? Right? Okay. All right, we're going to move that there, move that over there, move that, leave that right there because that works. Oh, look how this has dried even more. This is it. This is it. That's it. Isn't that pretty? Like, it is really, really, I don't know if you can see the lines. This paper is, I'm gonna commit that this is where I'm gonna put my roses. I'm gonna have to do something with it. It's just too it's too clean. So I'm gonna have to dirty it up like I did this is before, this is after. And literally, this is before it gets thick, and this is after. I don't know. I got this from Ranger. I'm not trying to enable anybody. If you're not going to use it, don't get it. But I don't know if they have any more of these because it's been a couple years since I got this one. And I don't know if Dina did that one again. This is the other one. I love writing on this paper, but I was a little, from what I got it for. It just kind of, the paper again is just a little, I don't know. It reminds me of hot press paper. I think somebody said something in the comments earlier about something about hot press paper. But that's what this reminds, and that other paper it does. But this one kind of is more, it has a little tooth to it, just a smidge. It's not slickety slick, because hot press is slickety slick, and I don't like hot press. But this has just a little bit bite, so it grabs it, so a little bit. But that's what I use this one for. It's her journal, it's her ledger. It's okay, but again, it wasn't what I was expecting, so no worries. Okay, I want to tell you guys that I'm proud of you. If no one tells you the rest of the day that they're proud of you, I am proud of you. I'm proud of you for not giving up. I'm proud of you for showing up. I'm proud of you for healing in your own way, on your own time. Life will have hard parts. Trust me, right? But they are not the whole story. You are still writing yours. You are still here. You like hot press paper? It slides around on the paper. Let me tell you this. I do like hot press paper, but I don't love it. I will use hot press paper, and it depends on the brand. But the thing, because I use granulated watercolors, the granulations kind of don't have nowhere to go, and I think they need to settle in. That's what I've learned the difference in the hot press and the cold press for me is. And this is a good example. This is Holbein right here. And that's not it. No, that's not it. Never mind, I can't show you. I thought that was going to show you right offhand. I thought that was it, but it's not. It's not. But hot press paper is good. It's great. It's wonderful. It is. Okay. And as always, y'all get to see me before I say goodbye, because I want you to know how grateful I am for you to show up. Thank you for showing up for me today and being with me in the studio. It's my first time. I'm a beginner. Oh, what? Okay, Maddie, what kind of paint are you using? Tell me that. What kind of paint are you using? I can't wait till I get, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. I'm going to do 7, between 7, let's see, maybe 10 signatures on here. And then that'll give it a great spine. You'll be able to see it. There she is. I love when Dawn puts that in the chat. That's so cute. There she is. But yeah, so Maddie, tell me what paint are you using? You might have inspired me to pull back out that hot press. Hot press is over there in the drawer. It's way, way over there. I know where it is. Okay. But if anything that I said in this video and this time, right? And you're still in the race. Every day that God wakes you up means that you're still here and you have another day to get it right. Forget about yesterday. It didn't work out yesterday. So what? Try again today. In the words of my husband, today is another day, another blessing. And I'm just like, well, you got to think about some of the things that happened yesterday. Nope. And I want you to really think about what's in your life right now. So remember, make sure you subscribe for more healing, more creativity, and we get to have real conversations here. Because y'all know I don't have time to, I was going to say something else, but I don't have time to pussyfoot around about it. I don't. Life is going on. People are dying every single day. Every second somebody's passing on. And somebody needs to know, how am I going to get through this? And I am here to show up, to show you 6 years, well, almost 6 years after my son's death and 18 years after my daughter and my granddaughter's death, that you too, you can make it. God will give you the strength to show up. Rosa Gallery. Okay, nice. I'm definitely going to pull out my hot press and see how that Rosa Gallery shows up on hot press paper. That's going to be pretty interesting. I'm going to do that. Surely is. All right, guys, I'm going to get off of here because our time together is up. I really do appreciate you showing up, as always. And remember, create joy in your life. There's enough going on in the world. Again, find your thing. Your thing might not to have a whole studio full of all the things I have in here, but find out what your one thing is. What is your one thing that you need to do to help you in the race of life? Because life is going to continue on whether you show up for the race or not. All right, guys, remember, take care of you, because if you don't take care of you, you can't be pouring out of these empty cups. Fill your cup up. As a matter of fact, fill your cup up, let it pour over into the saucer. Then remember, when it's pouring on the floor, you're serving for what's off, cleaning what pours on the floor. What's in your cup? Here's my cup. It's for you. Dawn, you like this? Cup is for you. Don't serve from this cup. If it's filled up, it's just for you. If it's filled up, don't take your hand off and try to serve people. You can only serve you if it's filled up. You serve people from the overflow. All right, guys, have a good one. And again, thank you for showing up, and thank you for making me feel better. As always, I appreciate you.